Team Zeal, welcome to Zeal Crew Online. We are so excited that you are here with us today. We're gutted that we can't be in person, but we are so grateful that we can still do Zeal Online together. If you don't know me, my name is Grace, and I want to give you a special welcome if this is your first time. Whether you stumbled across our page or you were invited by a friend, you are totally welcome here. All we ask of you is to sit back, relax, and have some fun with us today. If you don't know who Zeal are, we are a student-based ministry based in Hereford for 11 to 18-year-olds. We love students and we love having fun together with good music, good food and good people, which includes you. If you want to find out more about who Zeal are, you can check us out on our social media at ZealHFD. On our social media, we have content coming out especially for you every single week. On Tuesdays at 8 AM, we have Fitness with Jacob Ritchie, which has been so much fun. We're also going to be having some challenges coming out for you guys this week, so keep an eye out for those. On Wednesdays at 7 PM, we have Insta Live with special guests who we may not normally get the chance to hear from. On Thursdays at 8 AM, we then get to hear from our very own Zeal team with an inspirational word. On Friday, we get to come right back here at 7 PM with Zeal Crew Online. Welcome to your weekly update, and the journey I've just taken you guys on is a journey to what I call my spot. My spot is where I come and spend time with Jesus. It's where I come and sit, I breathe, I take in his beautiful creation. And I've actually only just found this spot during lockdown recently, and it is right on my farm. And I don't know about you, I don't know if you're getting fed up with your family members, I don't know if you're finding it a bit irritating being in your home, but we have had such beautiful weather. I would encourage you guys, get out the house. When I come and get the effort to leave my house, come and sit here, God actually has spoke to me quite a lot in this location because I have been willing to get out of my comfort, to come and seek him, and just to come listen, to come enjoy what he created for me to enjoy. So that I just wanted to share that with you. If you guys don't have a spot, find one this week. Find where you can get away from your household, where you can enjoy some time with him. I promise you, he will speak to you in just most simplistic ways in that time. You can even share it with us at ZealHFD. We'd love to see where your spot is to enjoy his creation. This week is super exciting because we are starting our new series called God Doesn't Exist. Now you're probably like, hold up. Have I been paying attention to Zeal? Because I'm pretty sure what you speak about is God does exist. Controversial. We want to speak to you guys about reasons to believe that God is real. And we today get to hear from a very exciting special guest. So we are going to head on to our first part of God Doesn't Exist.
Guys, welcome to this week's video. Wherever you're watching from today, you are so welcome. We are so happy that you are joining us. What a season we found ourselves in. If you are watching this video in 12 months' time and have no idea what I'm talking about, then cast your mind back to when the world got put on pause. Yes, we are in the season of COVID-19, and how crazy has it been? We've seen our schools, our colleges, our workplaces shut down. I know for some of you it's been a great season. For some of you, you've been lying in bed 8 hours a day playing Xbox, and it has been awesome. But for others, it has been a challenge. It's been a season of confusion. A season of loneliness, of anxiety and of fear. See, whatever situation or season you find yourself in right now, I want you to realise one thing. That alone, we cannot change the situation of this world, but we can change our perspective. See, I believe a question that God asks of us every single day is, do you trust me? Do you trust me in your confusion? Do you trust me in your fear? Do you trust me in your anxiety in your situation? See, I believe as young people we're so good at leaning on our own understanding, right? We believe that we are the answer, we are the solution to the problem, but the reality is we're not. See, I believe in this season we need to learn to lean on God's understanding. We need to learn to trust Him. We need to learn to let Him take control. See, I believe in this season there's going to be two types of people. There's going to be those who stay the same and those who become more. See, I believe as Christians we should always be on the move. We should always be chasing after God's best plan for us. We should never stay stagnant. In Ephesians 4, verse 1, Paul says, I beg you to lead a life worthy of your calling. And Zeal, that's what I want to tell you today. You are called for more. Don't let other people put limitations on that. You are not too young. Your age does not disqualify you. Your past and your experience does not disqualify you from what God wants to do. See, I believe we have an opportunity to step into God's calling over our lives. So often we can think, yes, God's going to move in the future. In 5 years when I do academy, or 5 years when I go church planting, that's when God's going to move, and that's true. But I believe that God equally wants to move in and through you today, in the now, in this season. In Matthew 28, it says, Jesus came and told his disciples, I have been given all authority in heaven and on earth. Therefore, go and make disciples of all the nations. My question today is, why do we find this so hard? Why do we find it so hard to bring God into our conversations? Why do we find it so hard to invite people to Zeal? See, I believe one of the reasons is because we're a generation of people pleasers. You know, we all like to be liked, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I believe that sometimes wanting to be liked can be a barrier to our relationship with God. See, we're sometimes so fearful of our reputation that we don't want to bring God into our conversation. We're so fearful of our reputation that we don't want to invite that person to Zeal because they might think I'm a bit weird. See, the reality is that Jesus came to this earth. He lived a miraculous life where he performed miracle after miracle. He then died on a cross to forgive everything I've ever done and to forgive everything I will ever do. And then he rose 3 days later so I could walk in freedom. I could walk in the goodness of God. And don't we want our friends to experience this too? Don't let your reputation come in the way of your friends experience what God has given you. All you have to do is invite. What's the worst which can happen? They say no. You send them a DM and the link just stays red. See, I want to blow your mind right now. Say there's 20 students watching. If we built this culture within Zeal that once a month we'd invite one person to come, then in 12 months' time we would have seen 240 people come into Zeal. Say we carried on building that culture where the people we invited one person. Next month we'd have 40 people, we'd build this culture up, and the following month we'd have 80 people. And we keep on building this culture that every month everybody invites one more person. And in 1 year, in 12 months, we would have reached over 81,920 people. That's nearly 82,000 people who have had the opportunity to see who God is, who have had the opportunity to come and experience his goodness. See, we have an opportunity in this season to become more, to dare to be different, to not rely on our reputation, but to be free to invite people and see God move. I think another reason why I find it difficult to bring God into our conversations is that we're scared of these big questions. We all have big questions in our life, right? What grades do I need? What subject do I need to study? What university do I need to go to? Who am I going to marry? I can even think in my life, one of the biggest questions is when I go to a friend's house and we turn on Netflix is, what do we watch? What film? We can never decide. We can never agree on what film to watch. See, I believe that our faith has some big questions. You know, say that God wasn't real. How are we here right now? How does this world exist? How do the birds fly in the sky, and how do trees grow? See, I believe there's evidence for God. See, I believe even that atheists need more faith than I do as a Christian. Yes, you heard me, an atheist needs more faith than a Christian does. Why? Because they believe that all the creation you see around us comes from nothing. See, in Romans chapter 1, it says, for ever since the world was created, people have seen the earth and the sky. Through everything God made, they can clearly see his invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, so they have no excuse for not knowing God. In Psalm 19, it says, "The heavens proclaim the glory of God. The skies display his craftsmanship. Day after day they continue to speak. Night after night they make him known. They speak without a sound or a word, their voice is never heard, yet their message has gone throughout the earth, and their words to all the world." See, I believe that we can have a revelation through creation. Even scientists say that the world is so finely tuned, if you take away one detail, it wouldn't work. If there was a little bit less oxygen, we wouldn't be able to be here. If the gravitational pull was slightly different, it just wouldn't work. And there's this guy called Francis Collins. He's one of the most famous modern day scientists about. He maps the human DNA. See, he describes it like the biggest computer programming ever. And he said if you take a tiny element out of it, it just wouldn't work. I want you to imagine I went on a quarantine walk, right? And I pick up a stone. See, this stone, no matter what I do to it, no matter how much I shake it, has no purpose. So I throw it away. I carry on my walk and I pick up a watch. See, this watch, it has numbers, it has hands which are moving. I can hear this watch ticking. See, this watch had a creator. This watch had a designer, and it was designed for a purpose. See, look at this world. It has the perfect amount of air, food, water. It has the right temperature. It's not hot, not too cold. It's got gravity. It's even got a perfect colour scheme, right? And even if we took a tiny element away, it wouldn't work. See, I believe this world was created with a purpose. It was created by a designer, God. See, how crazy can this really seem? I don't believe it's a coincidence. See, I believe that God reveals himself to us through his creation. Another way he reveals himself to us is through the power of testimony. See, Paul says it's via our testimony that we will see salvation. Testimony is the story that God has given us. It's the story of how God has moved in our lives, and I believe there's power in that. I believe in this season we can be sharing what God is doing in our lives. We can start to bring that into our daily conversations with our friends. We can start to share the truth and the goodness of God. But I challenge you, over the next coming weeks, let's be inviting our friends, because we're going to be digging into life's big questions. Some of the big questions we have about our faith, we're going to be talking about in this series. Guys, we're excited. Thank you for watching. I cannot wait for what God is going to do both in you and through you in this season.
Zeal! What an awesome event. I am outside in his creation right now because it is glorious and it is beautiful, and we are blessed to have this. Guys, I want to encourage you, come back next week because we've got more coming for you. This series is going to be insane. These episodes, I hope you're ready for some challenge and just some exciting teaching to maybe answer some of your questions that you might have. Jacob, thank you for that word, bro. It was so spot on and so brilliant. I'm so thankful to be in this creation right now, to literally be standing in something that my God has created. So guys, maybe you need to get out this week, get out in his creations, not like stay inside, but go out for a walk, go and enjoy what God has made for us to enjoy. I love you guys. Have an awesome weekend. Take care.